Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Chadio here, and I'm back with another trade breakdown. This is my first one, but you know we got to get the intros down pat. All right, so lo and behold, this is what the setup's gonna look like. Drop a W if you like the setup, and drop a W if you want to see more of these. All right, I'm serious. All right, let's dive straight into it. So this is the trade that I actually ended up getting into. So I'm going to show you my entry, my thought process, and what I like to do before I get into a trade. All right, let's start. I go on the 4-hour time frame, and I like to just really get a feel for what the trend is looking like. So I already kind of had this drawn out, and I noticed, let me go ahead and get rid of these EMAs. I noticed that price had just made a higher high followed by a higher low. So I'm already like, all right, we in an uptrend. All right, price rejected off of my 38.2 on my Fibonacci retracement. So I'm like, okay, we definitely in an uptrend. Price rejected off of my 8-hour level of support. So I'm like, okay, that's a good sign that we're going to continue pushing up. And then based off of the EMAs just crossed over, and this big old blue column represents that price is going to go up. B is blue, blue is up, red is down. Okay, so let's go ahead and toggle that off for right now because it's not important. We did end up taking some shorts, so it was a counter trend trade. I was going against the trend. It's kind of an advanced, I wouldn't say it's advanced because I still use the same exact strategy that you guys are learning. But overall, I wouldn't recommend counter trend trading for beginners because it's really easy to catch a lot of W's when you're trading with the trend, right? Because the trend is your friend. The trend is that big beefy black burly man that's going to give you back shots at 9 a.m. Okay, so at the 1-hour time frame, this is where things get a little spicy. I see that price is starting to consolidate and looking like it's going to reject off of this 1-hour level of resistance that I have drawn out. And when it comes to drawing out support and resistance levels, I pretty much just look for where price has been showing the most amount of action in the past. So I saw that when price got to this area, it likes to dance a lot. So I'm like, okay, when price gets here, it's probably going to do some sort of massive move. So since we are so very bullish, even on the 1-hour, I'm pretty much expecting price to do something similar to that of this, where it just comes up, comes down, comes up, goes down, and continues spiking up, right? Because that completely correlates with what we saw on the 4-hour, where price is just going to continue going all the way up to our nice big cute green line. All right. So on the 1-hour time frame, if I'm already expecting price is going to go down, why not capitalize on that downward movement with the trade setup? So a little bit of a risky play, but it ended up working in our favor. So I'm going to show you exactly how I got into this trade. But just know that you should be trading with the trend. If you want to do counter trend trades, you can, but it's definitely not something for beginners, or at least something that I would recommend for beginners. Always trade with the trend, all right? The trend is your friend. It's the big beefy black burly man that's going to give you back shots at 9 a.m. All right. So I'm going to delete this little drawing real quick. Let's go to the 15-minute. So the 15-minute is normally where I like to enter my trades. I turn on my higher high, lower low strategy. So now I can better see market structure. And over here, I'm pretty much, oops, wrong thing. Over here, I'm pretty much going to draw out something like this, right? Where I have my Fibonacci, and I can pretty much see like areas where price is likely to reject off of. If you don't know what a Fibonacci retracement is, I highly recommend you go ahead and you learn what that is, because it's pretty much, actually that's not what this is the trade breakdown, bro. We're not getting into Fibonacci, but just know that it's a very big part of the strategy that I teach. Okay, so I'm expecting price to either reject off of the 61.8, the 88.6, or the 100. All right, so we'll just keep it at the 100 for right now. And like I said before, we're counter trend trading. So price is realistically supposed to keep going up, but we're going to capitalize on that downward movement because we're trading against the trend. We're here to make some bread so we can buy some good old Fortnite Nerf guns. All right. Some Fortnite Nerf guns. All right. So let's go to the 5-minute now, because this is where I was looking to enter my trade. After this, I'm looking for a break of structure, which we just recently got because price has been making higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows. But out here, price just made a lower low because this low is now lower than this. So you're going to see what the charts is going to show you real quick. As we continue, you now see that lower low is presented itself. So I'm like, all right, Structure's been broken. I'm now looking for a reversal. Price just made a lower high right here because this high is lower than this high. Now I'm like, okay, I haven't entered the trade just yet. I'm still waiting patiently for a time to enter. But now that I see that price is looking like it wants to finally reject off of this and continue to the downside, I'm just waiting for price to go ahead and swing me on in. So I'm looking for price to essentially do something like this. And I'm waiting for price to go ahead and grab me right here. All right. So essentially it tagged me in right here. This is where I got into my trade. Got into my trade like at like 719. I think 719 was my entry point. I had like a 25 pip stop loss and I traded it all the way down. So I got into my trade right here. And then I pretty much just let it play out. Price is continuing to make lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And it just smashed through my TP. As soon as I saw it get to the 88.6, I was like, okay, you know, this was a counter trend trade. I'm looking to get out. Let me go ahead and get out because I was already happy with the dub and it's early in the week and I'm trying to secure those gains so I can hire some big black burly, black beefy black men to give me back shots at 9 a.m. All right. So lo and behold, I closed out my trade right here for a nice, cool, cute 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I risked $1,000 on this setup and I ended up making $2,000. So I made $2,000 today and it was great. I could have held it. If I held it, I would have made a lot more because price continued to go in that direction and fall all the way down. But I'm happy with my gains. All right. Because guess what? At 9 a.m., I'm going to get back shots from a big black beefy black young man. All right. So that's honestly the strategy behind it. Hopefully you guys like this trade breakdown and let me know if you want to see more of these.